Welcome back. It's Rob, the Fork Explorer, with Jon Shafer's at the gates. This is episode 2. In my first episode, I was kind of starting to show how you begin your clan management. Of course, this is just one way to do it. I've learned that food is really important because I did starve out in my first game, like I said. And even now, see, we've only got 8 clans. I'm only getting 1.5 surplus, and it changes so quickly. Before you know it, we're going to be negative, and we're going to be losing that surplus. So it really is super important to figure out ways to get food going. So, like I mentioned, once I get this harvester profession researched, I'm going to have a harvester in my main area here. Clearly, it won't be one of these two because this guy's level 5 for discovery, so he needs to be a surveyor like tomorrow. He'll be surveying things for me and doing some great things. Um, but maybe with the next clan that comes in 6 turns, we will be able to use them as a harvester and double up our harvesting from our foraging here. So those are important things. We need to also get maybe some more wood going because 1.5 a turn is not fast enough. So let's get to it. Let's see what's going on over here. This is great. This is actually a great place. We got a little peninsula here, and it's not going to surprise me with any bad people, any bandits. Bandits are really a pain in the butt in this game. So no bandits means good things. But oh, we are getting into the fall months, which is going to create some issues. Especially once it gets colder, it becomes more difficult for me to. Well, I guess I can't really. I'm already moving. I moved her over there, so I should come back over here and identify this deposit. Um, but yeah, once the winter months start and it gets colder, it's harder to forage food. It's just generally more difficult to do everything. So let's get him over here to identify this this animal resource. I mean, I've got a bunch of human resources. They're all right here. Yeah, and it it's something you really have to consider because a lot of the times too, when the winter strikes, these guys want to come back in. Like, a lot of the times, the clans will start to complain about being outside in the cold, which is understandable. So you have to move them back in, which means you're not foraging, you're not bringing in wood, you're not doing any of that stuff. So it's difficult. It can be very difficult. All right, so what do we want to do next? Well, let's do metalworking because we do want to see what this is. We might want to build a mine there, or we might want to just start digging it. So it all depends. But this guy's going to be moving around, identifying as many of these deposits as we can. Settlement is idle. We're going to go ahead and just skip because I do have the tools. I have the tools to make him. Oh, you know what? I had the tools, so I'm going to go ahead and make him a surveyor as well. He's going to do it in 1 turn. Fantastic. All right. Finish turn. And here we go. So now, as you can see, there's supply. Supply is going to become an issue now that we're in the fall and winter months. And you can tell just where your supply lines are. And yeah, like I said, it's a huge issue. Green, obviously, clearly, this means you're going to be okay. You can encamp to increase your supply. So as you come down here, encampment gives this army 2 extra supply. But you have to use your move points to do that. But yeah, like once I said, once it gets cold, supply becomes an issue. And look we're already at 0.9 for food. So I'm telling you, food is so important in this game. It's just incredibly important to keep close eye on it. So let's move him down here. Our supply line's a little low there too. We're gonna probably encamp him next turn. Switch disciplines. I don't have anybody to switch. There's nobody in my camp. They're all out and about. Of course, it would be nice to see this particular portion of the UI get fixed, but whatevs. So settlement is idle. This is also something I've asked John to fix because when there's nobody here and there's nobody to train, even if there are people here but there's no one to train, forcing me to click this settlement is idle button in order to get through and come back down here to skip is a little bit clunky. So let's not do that. miners. That might be important, but for right now, let's go ahead and get honor going. That way I can maybe train him up to level 2, depending on what kind of resource we have here. But we really do. We need to get some lumberjacking going too. We might do the log bundlers, I think they're called. We already have. We can't do that. Can't do that. The log bundler, I think it was. Let's come down here. Wood bundler. Yep, there we go. So let's get that because I think we're gonna need to do a wood bundler. And man, we have a lot to do. See, this is what I'm saying. There's a lot to do in this game. You gotta just sort of weigh out what's most important. All right, so clearly I'm not gonna be able to make it farther than this lake without encamping. Need to get my supply back. So can't switch disciplines, so we're just going to go ahead and close that out. Settlement's idle, I know, because there's nobody there. And we have our surveyor that's going to need to cross over that lake to see what's here. We're going to use this surveyor to get these over here done. And then I'll have this surveyor take care of what's here, and then maybe explore out this way, figure out what else we've got. Alright, so we've got some snow. That's going to seriously affect our food production here. Alright, we've revealed several unidentified deposits. What do we have underneath this guy? An iron deposit. This is great. This is fantastic. We're going to need a digger here ASAP because iron is super important in the beginning of the game. It helps me develop tools and helps me develop weapons as well. So we're going to need that. And this looks like a grove of trees, which is something that I can use a farmer for. Let's make sure of that. So trees, fruit trees. Gatherers and orchards can produce food. Yep, awesome. So we're going to go ahead and bring her back to retrain her in her settlement, and we're going to make her a farmer. We're going to build a farm right there as soon as I get enough wood, which is quite a ways away. So bring him over here and identify this deposit. But yes, the orchard's going to require, I think, 20 wood. And it's going to help us produce food for quite a long time. In fact, it diminishes the 24 fruit that I have up here at a much lower rate than if I had a gatherer. So it's better to have an orchard there than it is to gather it because you get more food from it and it replenishes it at a slower rate. Hey, look at that. I don't care. So it looks like I'm not going to be able to cross over this river without going this way. Ooh, that's not good. That looks like the Huns, which is not good. The Huns are very they start with a spear bandit, whatever this is, like spear rider. They are very aggressive. And that is not a good clan to run into this early in the game. Let's go ahead and switch her to a farmer and hope to God that the Huns don't come after me. Alright. I'm all nervous. Oh, the Saxons. Wow, and they start with that's crazy. I didn't realize that they started with, or maybe they've already built one. I don't know. I don't think they do. Greetings, strangers. I seek a fair and friendly friendship with you. Are you a familiar? Yes. It's nice to meet you as well. I can give him a gift. +1 influence, plus relation. You know, I'm going to do that because I don't want him to, I don't want him to hit me with that horse person, spear horse person. That would suck. I might actually, you know what, cancel that. Can I just go ahead and camp? Nope. I think he's done. He's supply is critical. He's not going to be able to move. All right, so some of that supply stuff has changed. In fact, a lot of it has changed. Before, you always saw where your supply was. It was always an issue. Now it looks like it's only an issue during the fall and winter months. But, yeah, so I'm not quite sure what's going to happen to this guy. I don't know if he's just stuck there until we get to the spring. Well, I guess we'll find out. We'll find out soon enough. Alright, so you need to identify this. Have you started that already? I think you have. No, you just got there, so you have no new points or anything. Alright. We're going to move him here and identify this deposit. We might start building some roads too, or paths, especially since I've got 2 surveyors now. It might be helpful to just get some paths going to some of these places that we might start using. So a path from maybe here to there, since there's some deposits there, here, here, and here, and then maybe another path that comes up here to help me with all these. Good stuff. We're going to do it. We're going to do it, and we're going to like it. We're going to do it, and you're going to like it. How about that? Corrupt and disfigured. So this is not good. Disfigured always brings morale down. Cannot be trained in social professions. Okay, no. I guess it was like leprosy that does that. Yeah, if you have a leper, evidently that doesn't do very good things for people's morale. I don't blame them. Let's move them over here. I can't even build an orchard yet because I don't have the wood, which means I need 9.4 more. You can do a fruit plantation, which requires, I think, stone? Yeah, you need stone blocks. So, this is what happens. When you build an orchard, your control range is going to expand by 2 tiles, which is good. It's always good to expand your control range. It slowly depletes the resources. Continues producing resources at 50% the normal rate after a deposit has been depleted, and then becomes permanently exhausted and shuts down after depleting a second time, which is not what happens when you have just regular foraging going on. The cool thing about the fruit plantation is that it produces, I think it's a much slower rate. Significant amount of fruit except during cold months or when affected. I feel like the abilities changed maybe, because before I think it said that it was at a much slower rate, which would make sense. But you can also have apprentices here. So assigning apprentice to the structure provides +6 fruit per turn. Yeah, that would be really big for me right now, but I'm only going to be able to build an orchard because I don't have any access to stone blocks. Clans are idle. Alright, let's see if we can move them over here to where there might be a little bit more supply. And then skip. We're going to have them in camp next turn so we can move a little bit further. She's going to have to skip until we get the right amount of wood. In fact, you know what we're going to do with him? We're going to... Oh, I can't do wood bundler because I lack tools. Alright, I'm going to need to get tools the next time he comes around. Skip. Study profession. We could actually look at doing tools ourselves as well, which is a blacksmith. But we need to get the iron going, which means we need a digger going. Or the miner, which would help. Looks like the miner hasn't been drawn the same way as the other ones have. He does not look like the other. One of these guys does not look like the others. He looks kind of funny looking compared to, like, I don't know, a wood collector. It looks like he's actually been nicely painted, but the miner looks like he was like hand drawn by maybe Jon himself. I'm sure that'll get replaced before the game's shipped, because all the other ones look like they've been dealt with the same person. So I know he contracts a lot of the art out. Anyways, study profession. So what should we do? I do like the idea of mining, but the problem is we really aren't even close to getting to that. But it will be our next thing. So let's do mining next, because we'll get the wood, wood bundlers next. We'll get a miner on this. I got 3 more clans coming before I expand my encampment here. So that's what I'm going to do with those. I'm going to do wood bundler. I'm going to make a miner for this iron deposit, and then maybe do the blacksmith for tools. And that'll help me get started on maybe being a little bit more self-sufficient, building tools and having an iron deposit and making weapons as well if I need to later. So that sounds like a good plan for me. Oh, there's snow everywhere. And it's snowing over here. And we are now even in food, which is no good. At least we have 31 in reserve, so that's good. Let's bring this guy down away from your scary little horse guy. That looks like a present present box. I don't know what that's all about. I guess apiaries haven't been done yet. That's funny. Again, this game is beta. It's not out yet. So there are still, and I'm at the rate that I'm seeing things getting fixed and changed, and I'm telling you, every week I've seen a long list of changes and a long list of additions. So this game is definitely shaping up to be ready for the 23rd or the 22nd, whichever day it is. And I really hope to see it finished because it's, like I said, it's fun. Oh, what? Oh, he attacked me and I actually killed him. What? That must have been a weak horseman. I'll tell you that. So what do we identify here? Field of barley. Now, what is barley good for? I know it's probably alcohol. Yep, alcohol. All right. What is even good for? Absolutely alcohol. All right, so we will probably... That was horrible, and I'm sorry for making that happen. So we're going to do a path. We're going to construct that path, like I said, down over here. I'm going to keep skipping this, unfortunately, because I have to wait for that freaking wood. When I can train a miner, I'm going to make him a miner while I'm waiting for my tools. Yeah, that's a good idea. So let's skip. Finish turn. Alright, Attila has denounced Serdic. I hope Attila is not too close. That's scary. Alright, so I've got more iron, which is great. And it said that I've identified more than one. There's cows. I feel bad for hunting cows, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna hunt cows. I need that food, man. Alright, we'll take this path this way. And we still have to wait. Still gotta wait for that wood. So let's skip this. Oh no, actually, no. Lying. Totally lying about that. Let's make him a miner. We're gonna... Oh, I can't even... Duh. I can't even do that yet. Because the mine requires... Let's see. That's not... Iron mine. Iron mine's here. It requires... How much wood to build? 20 construct... So let's make him a digger. It's the only way we can do it. We're going to start digging our own iron here. Maybe even do the dig iron here so that we can build the mine here since it's within our borders. And start getting some tools made for ourselves. Plans are idle. Yeah, I know. You're going to be idle forever. And let's start heading south. There's one there. Cool. All right. And we'll keep coming this way. I'm surprised they attacked me. Like, we were on decent terms. Why would you attack me? And I'm surprised by this. I guess the apiary has not been drawn out yet. It's funny looking. Alright, so we've got the miners that I'm not going to be able to use, but we can use blacksmiths now. So we'll do that. Got a lot of stuff to do. A lot of stuff to do. Sweet. Alright, so the snow's gone away. Thank God. We're back to a surplus of 1 food per turn. It looks like we've actually foraged all of the berries we could out of that one. So let's take that clan down here. Bring this guy up here and construct a path that way. Looks like maybe another 2 turns before we can build the orchard there. So we're going to have to wait for the wood guy and the miner. Wait, I didn't... I thought I was training... Hold on. I thought I trained him as a digger. I did. I've got to cancel it and then train him as a digger. Damn it. All right. So he's going to be a digger in 2 turns. Keep her, or keep them encamped while we wait. Come down over here. Oh, there's a bandit camp. Not so great. Keep bringing this one over here. We've got some desert over here, or steppe as they call it. And yeah, once we get the digger done and bring him over here, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode. Alright, I think we've probably, did we forge all of the, yep. Looks like we've forged all of the wood out of that one. So we're going to have to wait even longer. Yay! Or we can just buy wood when this caravan comes around. That might be the better bet right now. Encamp. Move him here. We're going to go ahead and construct the path. And we'll identify this deposit. Actually, we'll come back up here and identify this deposit. Get him away from all these crazies. Oh no. There's an archer down there. Hopefully they don't attack me. Because if they attack me, I will just lose that guy. Yep, I will just lose him. And it'll be no bueno. Alright, so let's wait for this digger. Caravan has arrived. It looks like I'm getting 6 meat out of this guy. So that's why it becomes so important. See, I'm not even at 12 clans yet. And I'm already having issues with food. So, I mean, we're in the warmer months, and I'm already starting to suffer a little bit. So let's get him up here quickly. He won't be able to forge. Let's buy some wood, please. Let's buy... Hell, let's buy 20. Because that's all you have. What's upgrading going to cost me? 20? Alright, let's do that too. We're going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and construct this orchard. It needs to happen. We're going to start getting this going immediately. I'm going to build this path here. And identify this deposit. So this will hopefully get me back really into the black with food production. Really need to get our surplus built up so that when we start, having more clans and more things going on, we're not losing at such an exponential rate that we're dying off. Especially when we run out of stuff, because like these berries, this berry patch is probably going to last me another 9 turns. This berry patch is going to last me 17 more turns. So we need to continue finding food. It just needs to be like a constant thing. And we need to explore in order to find where maybe more food could be. It looks like... Alright, I don't know what's going on with that present. But it looks very much like they've got apiaries. The actual art done for it. So I don't know what the present box was there for. Maybe it was something else that they hadn't quite got the art for yet. Surdic, all this denouncement. I don't know what any of that means. I mean, I know what it means, but I don't know how that relates to me. So, anyways, this is a good place to end this episode. So we're going to end this episode with this going on. All the stuff that we're doing right now, quite a bit. This guy is not going to be able to do this forever. He's got 18 more turns of producing 6.5 food. So... yeah, it's so much better for us to have gotten maybe a pasture there and slowly eaten these cow, but the way we're doing it now, we're just hunting them down. We might want to start exploring up north to see if there's any more animal deposits that way. So maybe after this deposit is identified, we're going to move him up here and identify stuff this way. And that's my plan. That's my game plan for right now. Hopefully you guys are learning more about this game now that I'm not a complete idiot. But I will continue playing. There will be more episodes this weekend. Hopefully these first 2 episodes are a nice little teaser of what this game could actually be, will actually be when you see it. It could be even better because, like I said, updates are coming fast and furious, which I love to see. And I'm just really enjoying my time with this game so far. So until next time, thanks for watching. This is the 4 Explorer, and until I see you guys next, keep exploring.